Ranked has returned and we're jumping in with a super fast heat stacking pyro build. But we're taking it to the next level thanks to the unique item, the Leaf Badge, as it gives us access to the Ranger's Acorn Collar, turning our luck into crit chance. But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing in the big old PYROMANCER today. We do start off with flutes, set of blueberries, which I kind of want to keep here to be honest, and a chipped emeralds. Now I kind of want to offer up our flute here, but I also want to grab ourselves this wooden sword. I don't want to offer up the wooden sword. I do want to grab good old Gooberts, and Goobert is looking kind of crazy, to be honest. I'm going to grab the shiny shell since it is on sale. I'm going to save our monies, although I do kind of want to roll looking for a freaking whetstone. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, although piggy bank on sale for 2 is kind of crazy not to take. The only thing is I do want to offer this up. I'm going to take it for now. Unfortunately though, can we actually fit it in? Well, if we do something like this, we can fit it in, but then we offer up our flutes, and a flute is only worth 6 gold. So unfortunately I'm going to wait around. It's not great, but I'm still going to do it. But at least with a Goobert in, with our flutes, if we do stack up a bit of block with our flutes, we should be in a pretty good spot. We did get a block. So we should have to potentially win out here because our Gooberts should be able to heal us up as well. While our little wooden sword carries this. Because our opponent did a lot of damage. They do run out of stamina, which is going to be good for us. We're back to full HP, and we got crazy lucky getting a second gold block here. Well, yeah. We have a ton of striability. And it's not looking too bad. Awesome even. Now that flute might actually be nice to hold on to, but we're still getting rid of it. It does give us a broom and 2 shiny shells. I'm going to grab the storage. I do want to grab this to craft up a hero sword. What I think for this round, I'm not going to offer up anything. I'm just going to rock on with this. I'm going to craft up a hero sword. And we should have a lot of damage with this. With a little bit of striability. But we'll see, because our opponent is rocking stones with a hero sword. With a shield, going to be blocking some damage. But good old Gooberts, keeping us alive, not too bad. Okay, we did get ourselves a Leaf Badge, which I do kind of want to grab. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to roll another piggy bank on sale. With a freaking hammer. How about we grab our hammer? We grab our hammer, we smash it open. Piggy bank for this round. We sell a shiny shell and we grab ourselves another piggy bank. And yeah, we move on with this for now. Not finding that extra whetstone is not going to be that great, but we're going to be cracking open the piggy bank. We're going to be offering it up into our offering bowl next round. Although we could have saved it. Wait till we've seen if we got piggy pinata. But I do want to offer this up straight away. Higher chances of getting a ton of freaking amulets. However, we did get smashed, unfortunately. We do lose a life by doing this. And we do get ourselves piggy pinata, which is kind of nice. Now I actually want to grab Everburning here. I want to grab Everburning because I'm going to go for Burning Blade type build. So let's go ahead and grab you. I'm going to grab our storage. Now, a bunch of kinds is worth 9 gold, so I'm definitely going to be offering that up pretty much straight away. Let's grab a flame. Let's roll. And we could try to go for a bunch of Burning Blades here. But we do need to find ourselves some whetstones. So I'm going to keep rolling. I will grab some extra storage, another piggy bank. How greedy can we be? I did want to keep our broom here to go for staff fire. I'm going to sell it because I do want to grab a piggy bank. I do want to roll once again. We did get ourselves our whetstone. We also got our broom back too. But yeah, I'm going to rock on with this for now. Now our Leaf Badge actually is not in a great spot here. I'm going to be using it to activate our Gooberts here. We're going to be running through stamina like crazy as well since we're using a hero sword along with our hammer. But the hammer is only in, and we're going to be sacrificing some lives here to get a bunch of value till we get our Burning Blade. Now next round, I might actually get rid of our hammer as we crack open our final piggy bank. But hey, can we actually win out? Now our opponent has inflicted a lot of debuffs with the Skull Badge, so unfortunately, yeah, it's not great for us. It is what it is. We got ourselves another freaking hammer. Unfortunately, we literally cannot afford to fit that in. I'm going to grab you, I'm going to sell our hammer, I'm going to roll. We do get a pair of gloves, and we do get an amulet, which I'm going to have to grab. Amulet of Alchemy is probably not the best one to get. I do want to grab our gloves though. Although I might actually sell our gloves here. I'm going to sell our gloves to keep rolling. We do get a dragon, which I do also want to grab here for Burning Blade. The only thing is, again, Running out whetstones. Not super great. Unfortunately, I am going to rock on one more round. I'm going to keep our unstable recombobulator. I'm going to smash open our piggy bank. And in the next rounds, I'm going to offer up a bunch of kinds, a hammer, and our extra bunch of kinds. A lot of value I'm going to be trading up. But, I mean, we're probably going to lose this round. Yeah, there's probably no probably about it. Yeah, our opponent has a lot of survivability with the slime time and the Kara and the Gooberts. Not a crazy amount of damage, but they're still definitely going to outpace us here. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not looking too great here. They do end up taking us out. Unfortunately, we do end up falling short. It is what it is. It's looking pretty bad for us. And can we be even more greedy? We definitely cannot. Even taking this Dragon Egg is probably way too greedy. But Burning Blade Dragon is going to be crazy good. But unfortunately, I'm going to take our Kara. I'm going to roll. And we could stack up a Chili Goobert here. It will be kind of nice. I'm going to grab this though. I'm going to keep rolling. We do get a Burning Blade, which is going to be crazy good too. And I am going to reserve this Hunger Blade. Now I am going to venture on. We're probably going to lose this round. But I mean, we're going to be offering up a Hammer, Amative Alchemy, and 2 goes a bunch of kinds here. Which is going to be some insane value. That's for sure. The only thing is, we're going to have no stamina. And we're probably going to bleed life here. We're down to fine life, but I think it's going to be worth it here because we're going to get a crazy amount of items. Potentially something awesome, hopefully. But can we actually outstride opponents here? Because actually, if we do manage to win this round, that's going to be insane for us. But it's not looking too great. Once again, so we do end up falling short. It is what it is. What are we going to get? Okay, so not really crazy to be honest. We got ourselves a June's Lamp. We got ourselves a Shell Totem. We also got a Shepherd's Crook and a Holy Armor here. It's not so great. To be honest, I'm going to sell our Shell Totem. I'm going to grab ourselves a Hunger Blade. I'm going to grab this bit of storage. And we could try to grab a Light Goobert here, but I much prefer trying to grab ourselves a Card Goobert. So I'm going to roll. And I'm going to grab this lump of coal. And I'm going to keep rolling for now. Unfortunately, I'm going to sell our Shepherd's Crook because they do want to grab ourselves as Potion Bolts. So for now, I did kind of want to grab a June's Lamp. But we could offer it up here. We could offer it up with our Pocket Hand here. Keep everything else like this craft up Sun Armor in the next round. And I'm going to take this Peasant's Flask. Now, Banana, I do kind of want to grab to help with our stamina. I also want to grab ourselves an extra stone. And yeah, I'm going to venture on with this for now. Now, is this going to be good enough? Were we too greedy here? We'll have to see. Its opponent is going to be dealing quite a bit of damage. They have slowed us down by quite a bit with the What is Blue Dragons too, but can we keep up? Because with a second weapon in, we should be able to deal a lot more damage. And our build is starting to look a hell of a lot better for sure. Wait, we got ourselves a Pineapple and a Water Six. Now it's looking like we should take a Flame up here. Now we also kind of want to go for a Frozen Flame here. Frozen Flame Cryomancer to be inflicting a lot of cold. I think that's going to be kind of nice here. Although we do get crit chance with our Leaf Badge. So maybe we do want to grab Friendly Fire, deal some big damage. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be another Friendly Fire type game. We probably should have kept our June's Lamp, but it is what it is. I do want to grab you, I do want to offer you up. Let's grab Banana to sustain our stamina. Let's roll again. And it's looking like we could have went for a Wonky Snowman here, to be quite honest. But I also really want to grab this. Do we want to grab ourselves a Lucky Clover? But let's grab this Lucky Clover, and I am going to venture on with this for now. With a Friendly Fire in here, we should be able to stack up some crit chance on it. But we do need to find some more mana generation. I'm just going to be offering over Peasant's Flask, that way we have a chance to get another Amulet. And some Flames as well. But hey, so far not looking too bad. Our opponent is starting to deal some big damage to us, and holy moly, did we barely survive. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for us. Now we also got our June's Lamp back again. We also got ourselves more mana generation and a freaking Dagger too, which I don't necessarily want. But hey, let's grab this bit of storage. Let's go ahead and grab you. Okay, Amulet Life. It's not terribly bad. I'll definitely take it. I do want to grab June's Lamp. We could also craft up a Tusk Piercer here. Okay, for now, I'm going to be rocking on with this. I think this should be pretty decent. We should be able to get a lot of heat instantly with our Sun Armor. And yeah, I'm going to be offering up our Dagger here. We should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. We do use up a lot of our heat. Our opponent is going to be removing a lot of that heat with a Chain Up 2. Looking like they're going to go for a Katana Chain Up type build, but we should be able to deal some big damage. And we should be able to stack our heat pretty darn fast. 2. You know, not looking too bad. Awesome even. Okay, what are we going to get? Okay, we got ourselves a piggy bank, which is kind of nice. We also got stone, but I mean, Solaris is probably going to be our best play here. Literally only for that 15% chance to duplicate any heat you do gain. Now, double rainbow would actually be better, but 15% chance to duplicate any heat we get from our freaking friendly fire, along with a burning banner. It's also going to give us more block on our Solaris. It's going to be no brainer. And we also got a crit chance with a turnip. Hell yeah. I would love to craft it up this round, but I do want to grab ourselves that crit chance. I'm going to sell our piggy bank here. I'm going to grab our Jin's lamp for now. And yeah, I'm going to wait around, unfortunately, till we grab ourselves a turnip. But I think this should be pretty decent. I did take out 2 flames, which is going to be less than ideal because our Everburning is not going to be as given as much value. But I definitely want to offer up our Hunger Blade here into that offering bowl. Get our turnip next round. We should be able to get a lot of heats. Our Sun Armor should be able to give us more survivability. And we should be able to deal some big damage too. So overall, not too bad. Genuinely. Okay, what are we going to get? Okay, more blueberries, more walrus tusks. Kind of amazing. Let's grab the storage. Let's grab you. And we do have to craft up our flame up here. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to have a high chance to lose crafting up this turnip into flame. But once we do get the flame up, yeah, we're going to be in a pretty darn awesome spot. That's for sure. But we'll see. We are going to begin a Mr. Struggle. It's going to be removing our buffs. Also going to be removing our spikes with that stone armor too. And our power. So we could be in trouble here, especially with double shields as well. We're going to be eating up our stamina, but can we keep up? So far, our opponent does have 200 block, which is kind of insane. But can we actually beat him down here? We'll see. Our fatigue is going to start setting in and it's going to start dealing some more damage to us compared to our opponents. We're slowly breaking through their armor. They haven't really dealt much damage to us. And it's looking like we're about to get to a big win con here. And good old friendly fire with 60 heat with some crit chance. We didn't see it. He's going to deal 200 damage. That's kind of crazy. And we also got ourselves Wobbertinger as well for stamina. Since it is on sale, I'm going to grab it. Now, we could also grab ourselves another holy armor here, which is nice and all, but I'm not going to take it. We could also grab ourselves a fancy rapier. I don't want it because it is going to eat up some of our luck, which does kind of harm our crit chance. Now, I'm going to roll. We could go for that like Gooberts. I'm not sure if I want it. We could also go for Blood Goobert here, but I don't think I want that either. We'll take another set of blueberries. I'm going to roll again, and I definitely need a stamina sack. But I'll be back in a second when I do sort our inventory once again. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to keep all this stuff here. And I do really want to craft up a card Goobert here. But yeah, I think I'm going to rock on with this. I definitely want to add in another Lucky Clover though. Starve Courage could be nice too, but I'm going to rock on with this. Now, unfortunately, our Sun Armor is only going to give us 3 heat here at the very beginning. It is what it is, but we'll see. Can we deal with this Thorn Bloom, Card Goobert type builds? Potentially, because we got an insane amount of heats. We're stacking up our friendly fire so much faster, dealing some big damage, and awesome. Genuinely awesome. Let's grab the storage. Once I grab this fanny pack, let's roll again. We could grab ourselves another Goobert here. Now I think I might actually offer up our Wobbertinger this round. I think that might actually be our best play. Do you want this Goobert? Not exactly. Do we want a stone? We could craft up a stone armor. We could craft up a stone compulsion, give us more spikes at the very beginning, but I think I'm going to leave for now. Dragon Egg would be nice here. That's for sure, but I don't think I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab this little bit of storage. I'm going to roll again, and we do get our extra card, which I do desperately want to grab here. So I'm going to sell you and a stone. I'm going to take it. Because I'm definitely going for a card Goobert. And I'm going to be rocking on card Goobert to increase the amount of damage we're going to be doing. It doesn't help our survivability, but it is going to give us a ton of damage. However, we are going to begin a super strong, super fast Dancing Dragon. So can we actually keep up? Unfortunately, it's going to be super close. But we did actually manage to pass it out, which is definitely awesome. Okay, what we're going to get, Army of the Wilds, is crazy good for us. Genuine. Let's grab the storage. Let's place you back in here. We also got ourselves a chili pepper too. And I wouldn't mind grabbing this glowing crown, but I'm going to take a fanfare for now. I do want to offer that up. Banana I do want to add in as well. And I still want to be adding in some extra flames. We want to grab ourselves a second banana. I'm going to take it since it's on sale. We do get a mana orb too. But do we actually want that? The thing is, I want to add as much heat as possible around our sun armor here. Which we're not actually getting, to be honest. But I also really, really want this mana orb. So yeah, I'm going to venture on with this for now. Now, the card cupboards, again, doesn't give us our survivability. It's going to stack up our damage insanely faster. Give us certain power, increasing the damage on our weapons like crazy. We deal some big damage. We stack up our luck. We get some crits. We deal some big damage, and holy moly, not too bad. Now we did end up with a 60 DPS, but our opponent did have No Rush Please. And we managed to beat him down before No Rush Please did end. Which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I definitely think we can actually continue this on. For sure. But hey, what do we get? Okay, we got ourselves a Rogue Potion, which I don't actually really want here. I'm gonna grab this fanny pack. Let's grab our mana pot. We could grab ourselves another pineapple. We're not going to. We could try to go for Paradise Burb with the Solaris here as well. That could be kind of awesome. I'm definitely going to take it. I'm going to sell a banana and I'm going to reserve this bloody amulet because I'm going to be offering that up. However, I'm going to be offering up a set of blueberries along with a rogue pot inside our offering bowl to try and grab ourselves more amulets, which I'm going to rock on with this for now. Mana orb going to be in this position. We should be able to stack up a little bit more heat as well. And I do want to grab ourselves a Paradise Burb to have a chance to pretty much activate and duplicate some of our buffs here. Because the faster we stack up our heat, the faster we do that big damage with a friendly fire, except they do have invulnerability, but amazing damage. Genuinely amazing damage. But hey, what are we going to get? Okay, we got ourselves an unstable recombobulator, which is kind of unfortunate. Not going to lie. I do want to grab this bit of storage. I want to grab this helmet. We do want to keep our flame. I'm going to sell our stones so we can craft up a Capitalist Comfort here as well. But I do kind of want to keep everything here, so I might actually just let our unstable recombobulate itself. And next round, I'm going to be looking pretty darn heavily for a Prismatic Orb. But with a Capitalist Comfort in, we should be able to reduce our opponent's healing, allowing us to survive a little bit longer as well, so we can stack up the damage, but our opponent is dealing quite a bit of damage to us. And unfortunately, yeah, they just smash us down completely here. Especially with that katana, moving a lot of our buffs. They did counter us quite significantly here, unfortunately. We've got ourselves a torch, which we're going to sell instantly. Another mana orb, bloody amulet. Let's roll. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling, and we did manage to get one on sale for super cheap. Hell yeah, let's go and craft it up pretty much immediately. And with that, I'm going to reserve a fanny pack for the final rounds, and let's go to move on with this. And see if you can beat down this super fast double axe with an anvil, with a shepherd's crook. They're going to be resisting a lot of debuffs too. We're dealing some big damage. That's a 200 crit and 126 crit, and that's kind of crazy. Genuinely crazy. That's insane damage. And it's only going to get better with a Paradise Burb. Let's grab this. I'm going to roll. And we could grab ourselves a heart container here. The reason to grab the heart container is to basically give us 100 more max life, since we're going to stack up our heat so fast. We're going to activate this pretty much instantly, keeping us healthier for longer. But before we do make that decision, I'm going to be back in a second while I do sort our inventory once again. So I'm going to have a Paradise Burb in here. It's going to have a chance to duplicate some buffs from Everburning, along with our Solaris, along with our Sun Armor, along with our Friendly Fire, as well as our Burning Blade and our Flame, as well as our Leaf Badge. I mean, this bird is probably going to be crazily good for us. The only thing is, how are we going to take this heart container and fit that in as well? We could place it down here, which I'm kind of thinking about doing. Let's take it. Let's sell our customer card here. I'm going to sell the stone, and I'm going to sell this. I'm going to grab this bit of storage. And yeah, I think this is going to be final builds. We could sacrifice one heats from our Sun Armor here, place it over here, and place this in. And I think I actually want to do that. Paradise Burb in the final rounds with Solaris, with Everburning, with a Burning Blade, a Flame Up, Friendly Fire with crit chance. It's going to be absurdly awesome, especially with the card Cooper 2 and trying to lamp this Flame Up as well. But hey, let's go and see if it's going to be good enough. Can we win out, or are we going to fall short? We are going to begin a double rainbow Thornbloom card goober type build. We're going to be trying to stack up a crazy amount of power. Especially with the Paradise Burb and the Squirrel Archers, they're actually going to be stealing our buffs as well. But hey, we're after dealing some insane damage already. And we'll see, because we've got 30 heat already. You get 4 more heats, we should be able to activate our power container, gives more power, gives more max life, keeping us salty, and our friendly fire is about to pop off and deal 200 damage. Not too bad. We got to our friendly fire win con within 6 seconds, dealing 110 DPS, which is not too bad. Between our flame, our friendly fire, and burning blade all dealing 30 damage each. As for heals, we did get 100 heals, 20 healing per second, and 120 max life. But because the fight was over so quickly, 120 max health with 22 health per second, which is not that great to be quite honest, but it was good enough for what we're doing. As for block, not too bad as well. Just giving us enough time to get to a friendly fire win con, because without a friendly fire going off, we're doing about 70 damage per second, which is still pretty darn sweet. But anyways, we did survive with 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. Is it going to rank us up to Masters? Hell yeah it is, plus 20, not too bad here. But anyways, I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in history, and we're going to see, can we deal with a Deerwood Guardian, Spike Staff, Thornbloom. They're going to be trying to stack up their max life like crazy, especially with the Paradise Burp. But hey, they don't even get a chance to do their battle rage. But hey, can we deal with a double axe with some crit chance? We'll see. They're going to be able to scale up that damage pretty fast, but can they scale up faster than we can scale up our heats? And we did manage to deal some massive damage, but they're dealing some massive damage back. And actually, a couple more seconds there, and we could have actually lost. Okay, can we deal with a double rainbow, super fast fancy rapier with shielded? They're going to be scaling up their damage pretty darn fast. They're going to have tons and tons of destroyability. So we could actually be in big trouble here. We'll see. Because we're dealing some massive damage. And it's looking pretty good for us, to be quite honest. Amazing. Genuinely amazing. And finally, can we take on a hammer dagger type build? Can we survive this onslaught of big, massive damage before we get a heat stacking like crazy? You know what? Definitely looking like so.